right here and now, beyond life's distraction, we hear the call. Deep in our hearts we find today how to live in forever with love as the way.
Well, I've known Cindy for many, many years and been on her radio show and magazine articles and everything else. And I'm here just to support you because I remember starting out many years ago with your erroneous sounds back in the 1970s and coming to bookstores and always wondering if anybody was going to show up. And,
Yes, that feeling, yes.
and having, written now 34 books and become somewhat of a household name in some people's households anyway. I was at my place today and Cindy had asked, because I just got back from a 30-day lectures tour of Canada, and I got in last night, so the night before last. So
Right.
on the road for almost a month.
Yeah.
So when Cindy called and said, I'm going to be over here, would you mind stopping over and saying hello? I thought I would. And I have this book. I've read through it. I haven't read everything in it. But there's some beautiful poetry in here and wonderful things. And, but more than your book, because I remember when I was on the long time ago, I had a book at the top of the bestseller list, Your Erroneous Zones and Pulling Your Own Strings. And every week I would call my wife and ask her where I was on the bestseller list for the following week. Every Wednesday, because she had a special number, she could call the New York Times and they would give it to her. And I called her one time from California. I was out there doing the Tonight Show, I think, and I said, where am I on the bestseller list next week? And she said, you're not on the bestseller list. I said, what are you talking about? I was number one last week. I couldn't just dropped off. She said, you're not on the bestseller list. She said, your book is on the bestseller list. And so this is your book, but it's not you.
Yeah.
Who you are is that wonderful soul that I've known for so long, and so many people here on Maui respect and love. So I send you my best wishes with your book. God bless
Thank you. God bless you. And you have a wonderful new movie out. It's going to be, I
Yeah.
think, Change to the Shift is going to
Yeah,
be
we're
the
going to call it
new
The Shift.
title.
Yeah, it's called Ambition to Meaning.
And a new book coming out within a month or so.
Next month in May, yeah. And a new
No,
PBS
it's
special.
called No Excuses.
Excuses Be Gone.
Excuses Be Gone. Yeah, I have every single one of your books. You're an
You got a big
inspiration, and
library, yeah.
I mean, my gosh, I think about what you do and how busy you are. I really am blessed that you took the time to come
Wow,
down, and
it's my
really
pleasure.
honored. Thank you so much, Wayne.
Thank you.
It
God
means the
bless you.
world to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sweetie.
Aloha.
And to you.
This is really a special, special day. I have been working on this book all of my life, and I didn't know I was, so it was probably easy. I just knew I was writing down what would come to me. I started meditating when I was 12 years old, and I just was so amazed by the power of the light within. And when I made contact with that light from my soul place to be to my higher self, and the power of the light was really guiding me, and it was just energizing me, and it was like pure mana. I love the word prana and mana, but when you're tied into the source within and you're able to go to the source within, you realize how this light is a living thing. It's a being of light, and it works in such beautiful ways to guide you through the darkness and to carry on, and it also helps you in so many ways. I decided to start writing down. I'd sit up, get in the morning, not quite as early as Wayne. Wayne gets up at 4 in the morning.
Right.
I get up about 4:30 or 5, and I'd meditate, and every day I wrote down one of these exercises which I then would resonate with, that made sense to me, and I'd gather the words that had come to me since I was 12 years old and put them all together. And there was about 45 journals worth of these books that were happening. So I got to a certain age, and I finally said, you know what, I don't know how long I'm going to be here, and maybe it would just be good to share a path that was given to me from my contact inside. These are living exercises that are Very simple to do, but what is designed to do is just to kind of open it up. You know, do you ever have books that you do that with?
Yeah.
Where you just take it and you open it up and you see what happens. And I've got one, I just opened up one, it says embody the soul. And it says, embody the soul with all of your heart and mind. Let the soul come into your being and fill you with the light of God's love. Embrace the love of the soul with a complete union that understands the joining of your life's purpose with your mind's comprehension. Oh, so fragile, the moment of now. Here you are, holding the spirit with nothing but the invisible choice of the eternal flame that burns in the silence beyond the mind's breadth of recognition. So now you come to the light and find the strength to release that hold that grasps you into life and surrenders to the fire of creation, the core of purification of the past into allowance of now to always. So burn with the light eternal and light the only flame. Let the soul spark come into you and bring you the way that you may see the truth of how all things can come to be right here in the one moment with God eternally. I really, really thank you for coming out. This is so heartwarming. I know it's Good Friday, it's Lahaina, and this is, yes, and so thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.